January 24, 1998. Last week we studied about unwholesome consciousness. So what we have studied so far, I would like to test all of you how much you understand and remember it. We have to take some example. There's someone who are gambling. What type of consciousness arises? What? Yes, the Lobha Mula or Dosa Mula or Moha Mula Chitta? What kind of consciousness? Lobha Mula is the consciousness rooted in attachment, right? So we have 8, right? What kind of consciousness? What number? So when these persons are gambling, what do you feel? Happy? Yeah. If happy, this is the somanasa, pleasure feeling. It's the wrong view or disconnected wrong view or without wrong views depend on him. Maybe he thinks that gambler is good or not. Maybe he is good. But most people, the person didn't say this, the gambling is the good, it's the bad, bad thing. But if he thinks that it's not, it's not bad. If you have to for pleasure, something like that, if you have the connected with wrong view, we call didikata sampaya. It's no one induces him to gamble, but he wants to do by himself. It's the what number? With pleasure, with wrong view, unprompted, you see. So, if this person wins, what do he feel? Pleasure, somanasa again, right? Somanasa. But this somana is not wholesome consciousness, unwholesome consciousness. When he loses his money, how he feel? Unhappy, displeasure, feeling, get angry, You get angry, and then what kind of the consciousness arises? Dosa mula, one type of this displeasure consciousness will arise. And then he will worry about his bill, house payment, insurance, and then he worry. When he worry, what kind of consciousness arises? Now, worry is you have to remember that, but it's the worry about something is this rooted in evil, this dosa mula citta. But the level is maybe different, It's even we call dosa, if you have different level, different state, we have to understand it. So if we are disappointed about something, let us start disappointed or worry or depression, frustration, distress, fright, scare, so and so. All kind of these things we call dosa mula. Remember that? You worry about something, and disappointment or depression or frustration or fright, distress, scare, and cry, something like that. At that moment, it's the dosa mula citta is arise. So, and then this person who loses money and go back home, and then he think about, his money, and he worry about everything for his bill, for his payment, and then dosa mula citta arise. And maybe he think about, in the past, in the future, he's thinking. Just his mind is the wonder. His mind wonder what kind of consciousness. Moha mula, the last one, restlessness. See? So, who likes to gamble? See? Mostly it's all this unwholesome consciousness, loba mula citta arise, or dosa mula citta, or moha mula citta arise. See? So, just I test you how much. I think you understand that, what we have learned last week. So for today, we will study about ahetuka citta. Hetu is mean root. We already know that. Hetu is root. Ahetu is no root, rootless. The citta is consciousness, just the rootless consciousness. There are 18. What kind of, how many roots we have? Now, root is the 6. For unwholesome consciousness, we have 3 roots. Remember that? 3 roots. Yeah. 3 roots. The one root is, in Bali, they call loba, dosa, moha. In English, we call attachment, right? Evil and delusion. This root for unwholesome consciousness arise. And for a wholesome consciousness, the roots, we have 3 roots too. Just non-attachment, right? It's the goodwill and wisdom. So this ahetuka citta is no roots. That's why we call rootless consciousness. So amongst the ahetuka citta here, we see 3 groups. One group is the akusala vipaka citta. Akusala means unwholesome, right? Unwholesome. Vipaka is result. The citta consciousness. So we have akusala vipaka, the result of akusala, unwholesome consciousness. We have 7. Here, vipaka, we translate English the resultant. The resultant consciousness. Now, before we study about this vipaka citta, akusala vipaka citta 7. So we have to understand the kusala and akusala. What is the akusala mean? What is kusala mean? Wholesome, unwholesome. Why we call wholesome? What we call unwholesome? Briefly, we should understand it. This the akusala is mean Now start. The characteristic of the akusala is the weak form, and produce painful result. Produce painful result, or produce undesirable effects. This we call akusala. In short, what is connected with the three roots of evil is akusala. This the root of evil, we already know that, attachment, evil, delusion. What is connected with these three roots is we call akusala. This akusala vipaka citta is the result of this unwholesome akusala citta. Here's number one. In Bali, ubekha sahagata Jakku Vinyana. Right? This Jakku Vinyana is mean eye consciousness. Eye consciousness. The Ubekha Sakara, you already know the meaning. Now with indifference. So, eye consciousness is accompanied by indifference. It's number two. It's we call Ubekha Sagada Soda Vinyana. It's the ear consciousness accompanied by indifference. And Ghana, this is the Ubekha Sahagata Ghana Vinyana. This is the nose consciousness accompanied by indifference. And Ubekha Sahagata Jiva Vinyana. Jiva. Right? Jiva is the tongue consciousness. It's accompanied by indifference. And number five is the Dukkha Sahagata Kaya Vinyana. This is the body consciousness accompanied by pain. And number six, Ubekha Sahagata Sampatijana. Right? Sampatijana. Sampatijana is mean receiving consciousness. We can call it receiving or accepting. Now, receiving consciousness accompanied by indifference. Number seven, the last one. Ubekha Sahagata Santirana. Santirana here is meant investigating consciousness accompanied by indifference. So for unwholesome resultant consciousness, here we have seven. Yes, I explain to you one by one. I like all of you to know the pronunciation, I explain to you one by one. It's the eye consciousness, eye consciousness. When we see something, this undesirable object, this the result of unwholesome consciousness, just eye consciousness arise. We have two kind of this eye consciousness here. One is the unwholesome resultant consciousness. Another one is the rootless, wholesome resultant consciousness. See, the name is the same, but the different, how different depend on the object. I explain to you about that one by one. This eye consciousness, when you see something, see the picture, see the form, and then eye consciousness arises. This eye consciousness accompanied by indifference. So here you should understand that this eye consciousness, because it's the result of unwholesome consciousness, should be undesirable object. When you see someone, something you don't like, even you don't want to see it, but you have to see it. This is the result of unwholesome, what you have done in the past, as a result, as effort. Say someone you don't get along, each other, but you have to stay together, see together every day. I don't want to see it, something like that. Even you don't want to see, you have to. This is the one kind of the result of unwholesome consciousness, what you have done in previous life. So according to the Buddha, philosophy, Abhidhamma. So don't blame anyone, blame your karma. Right? Blame your karma. So sometimes you don't want to hear some song, some voice, some noise, but you have to. You have to. Or it's amazing, some area, our neighbor, they fight each other. You have so many noise, disturb every day. But we have to stay that place. This is the result of unwholesome consciousness. What we have done previous life. We have to see, we have to hear what we don't like, what we don't want. All kind of this undesirable object. And in the same way, the knowledge consciousness here, we have to work as the place, the bad smell, bad smell, and stay that some area is bad smell around us, you have it's very dirty. So we cannot move or to somewhere that we have to stay right there. Depend on some situation. This also is the result of unwholesome consciousness. And tongue consciousness here. Tongue consciousness. Even you are rich, so you want to eat something you like, but a doctor said, don't eat this, don't eat that. you know. So you don't have to eat, or what you like. Why? Think about that. We have money, we have many things to eat, to buy, very easy to buy around us. We have everything, we have money, but we cannot eat that. We have to eat what we don't like. Just take medicine every day, just force ourselves to drink, take some medicine, some food. This is what we call tongue consciousness arise, because this